Russians will not be allowed to send any cryptocurrency payments to European wallet providers. Welcome to CryptoLink channel. If you love getting news and updates about cryptocurrency, join our community by subscribing to our channel. You can tap the bell icon to never miss our new videos. If you enjoy our channel, kindly like and share it with your friends. October 6, 2022. According to a tweet from CoinDesk, the @EU_Commission confirmed on Thursday it is banning all crypto payments from Russians after sham votes in 4 Ukrainian regions. By @JaxChikler. As it increases sanctions in response to what it refers to as sham independence polls in 4 areas of Ukraine, the European Union has announced a broad prohibition on offering cryptocurrency services to Russians. Last week, CoinDesk was the first to publish the news. Following the invasion of Ukraine last February, the Union enacted its 9th set of political and economic sanctions against Russia, reinforcing a prior restriction that put the maximum amount of cryptocurrency transfers to European accounts at €10,000, or $9,900. Following the approval of its recommendations from last week by EU states, the European Commission issued a statement on Thursday that all cryptocurrency asset wallets, accounts, and custody services are now prohibited, regardless of the wallet's value, tightening the restrictions already in place. The actions come after Russia's intention to seize the areas of Donetsk, Kherson, Luhansk, and Zaporizhia. One of the sanctions is a cap on the oil price that Russia may trade. The crypto crackdown, which became effective later on Thursday after being published in the European Union's official journal, prohibits European cryptocurrency providers from offering services to Russian citizens and businesses unless they are also citizens of the European Union. It seems to be driven by worries that the current €10,000 restriction was not sufficient to stop transactions from Russia, according to information obtained by CoinDesk. On October 3, 2022, Cointelegraph tweeted, "A major vulnerability for companies like Uber could be eliminated by decentralizing data on Web3. For better or worse, Uber is a foundation of the gig economy and a saboteur who once sent shockwaves across the mobility market. However, Uber is now being driven about. A reportedly extensive cybersecurity compromise is being handled by the company. The ride-hailing company claims that the attacker was unable to obtain important customer data, or at the very least, there isn't any proof to support this. Regardless of whether confidential user information was made public, this example highlights a problem that continues to afflict modern applications. Can we still sacrifice our information for convenience at the expense of our security and privacy? Web2, a place full of exploitable honeypots. The history of data leaks at Uber is not quite spotless. The ride-hailing service has only recently acknowledged covering up a major unauthorized access in 2016 that exposed the personal details of 57 million individuals. Given how much time it takes to determine the harm caused by such breaches, the timing of the current occurrence could not have been worse. However, the entire scope of the event has not yet become clear. Uber's security breach is nothing out of the usual because Web2 applications are pervasive and are becoming more and more integrated into our daily lives. Several of them, like Facebook and DoorDash, have also had breaches. In the long run, we will see more of these occurrences as Web2 apps grow throughout the consumer market and beyond. The source of the issue is in the structure of Web2-based programs themselves. They inevitably produce honeypots storing consumers' sensitive data, such as payment information and consumer behavior, due to their centralized technological stacks. Hackers have additional honeypots to target as customers continue to pour a greater amount of data through different consumer apps. Consumer applications should promote Web3, redesign their payment and data structures to provide customers better privacy and security, and embrace this new golden age of the Internet. This radical solution is the only realistic one to the issue. How would a Web3 version of Uber appear? Web3 does not always imply a modification in the application interfaces we use. One can even contend that consistency and similarity are essential for adoption. On the surface, a Web3 Uber will appear to be identical to the current version. It would work and serve the same general purpose as current Web2 ride-hailing applications. Therefore, it would be a completely different entity underneath the deck. All of Web3's advantages, like data sovereignty, decentralized governance, and inclusive monetization models, are built-in features. Verifiable ownership is the basic concept of Web3. For the first time, anyone may use the web to prove they are the owners of assets, both physical and digital. This relates to maintaining ownership of your data as well as the applications, underlying networks, and the vehicle itself in the context of Web3 ride-hailing. It also relates to possession of value that takes the form of cryptocurrencies. A Web3 Uber will essentially provide customers the ability to choose how much information they share, to whom, and when. Peer-to-peer networks would replace centralized databases in Web3 Uber. Individuals and machines together would be able to have decentralized virtual passports that are not reliant on any one centralized authority for their orderly process thanks to self-sovereign identities, which are global virtual IDs that you own and manage. The Web3 ride-hailing software would allow passengers and drivers to independently authenticate each other using their SSI. Decentralized government will also result in a significant adjustment. All stakeholders, including passengers, drivers, investors, and app developers, will be able to co-govern, co-own, and co-earn on all fronts, from the decentralized application's infrastructure to its intricate workings. A ride-hailing app developed by individuals for users. Consider for a moment a situation in which drivers and customers of Uber decided on the prices charged rather than a boardroom in Silicon Valley. How does that sound to the next Uber driver? Users will have the ability to reject items like price spikes during emergencies. Through Web3 ride-hailing, drivers globally will be able to get fair pay without the necessity for a corporate intermediary to take a profit percentage. The usage of non-fungible tokens machines that signify ownership over pools of physical vehicles by ride-hailing apps and other vehicle-focused applications that allows anybody, anywhere to own the vehicles which are utilized by these services, according to Web3. Communities that utilize these vehicles will be able to acquire rights of ownership over them, providing them the authority to choose how to use them and providing them with a source of income. Consumer applications will move to Web3 as a result of the recurring breaches being addressed at their source, eliminating the requirement for centralized data honeypots without automatically complicating things for users. Data sovereignty is simply one of the benefits a Web3 Uber would offer over a Web2 Uber, despite the fact that it represents a significant paradigm change in and of itself. Blockchain will one day be extremely transparent to anyone who desires to see it, much like the internal workings of Google Pay. Users may unintentionally deal with it, whether putting a pizza order or dialing for a cab, yet it is essential for a more democratic and equitable society in the virtual age. That's it for our today's video. So, what can you say about the news? Let us know about it in the comments section down below. Thanks for tuning in to CryptoLink. We are always excited to provide you with news and updates about cryptocurrency, and if you like this video, please click the like button. See you on the next one.